All right, our next comic. Any Italians in the house? All right, another Paisan's coming up the stage. From Warrington, Virginia, Tony Maranto.
Sir, friend. Oh, good evening, Bethany Beach. This is wonderful. As he said, my name is Joey Maranto. I'm from Warrington, Virginia. Now, I grew up in Springfield, Virginia. Kind of a sketchy neighborhood. Used to live next door to a prostitute named Candy. It had its perks. Like on Halloween, I'd knock on her door and say trick or treat. Hell, I couldn't lose. And either way, I'd be getting some candy. See, I grew up in one of these families that we weren't pro-life or pro-choice. We were more like pro-Zach, I think it was. Oh my God, thank God my family wasn't on the Family Feud. Oh, the answers they would have given. They asked my dad, they said, name something you find at a breakfast table. He'd be like, dun-dun-dun, scotch. Hey, asked my mom, they said, name something you bring to a family gathering. She'd be like, dun-dun-dun, conflict. Great answer, Helen, yeah, accurate answer. Now, the best answer would come from my cousin. They'd ask her, they said, name something you associate with a wedding. She'd be like, dun-dun-dun, a shotgun. Of course, we knew she'd say that. I still remember the preacher at her wedding up there like, dearly beloved, we are gathered here today because of a positive reading on a home pregnancy test. To wed this couple because it's customary. Now, I'm not saying my cousin was easy, but she had a tramp stamp on her back, her front, and her chin. Okay, don't worry, not all my family were heathens. I had a aunt who was a devout Catholic. In fact, she had a bumper sticker on the back of her car that said, all children are a gift from God. I used to tease her. I said, if you're adopted, does that mean you've been re-gifted? She just looked at me and go, you're going to burn in hell. I said, I can't. I'm a gift from God. That makes me flame retardant. She just looked at me and go, oh, you're retardant, all right. My family won't let a lot of good food here. It looks really good. Now, I can't cook. My family won't let me near a stove because they say I burn everything I cook. Grease fire, flambéing. What's the difference, you know? I mean, who says cereal cannot be flambéed, okay? No, man. I don't know what they're expecting. My mom was the worst cook in the world. Anytime as a little kid I wouldn't eat my dinner, she always threatened to box it up and send it to some starving kid in Africa. I'm like, Jesus, Ma, hasn't this poor kid suffered enough? War, famine, AIDS, now he's going to suffer through your cooking? Why don't you throw a scoop of malaria in for dessert? Really finish him off. Oh, my mom couldn't cook, but boy, could she drink. In fact, she drank so much vodka when I was a baby. Whenever she breastfed me, I was drinking White Russians. Hell, after I didn't know whether to burp or settle up my tab, you know. No, like I said, I grew up in Springfield. I got picked on a lot. I had buck teeth and an overbite. And my parents never got me braces. They used to use my teeth to open up their beer bottles. Yeah, it ticked me off, especially when I found out they were twist-off caps. I had to stop drinking. I was doing stupid stuff when I drank. Like one time I was so drunk at this one restaurant, on the way back from the bathroom, I told the owner she had a progressive place because she had a bidet. She's like, sir, we don't have a bidet. But I got a pretty good idea who just defiled the water fountain. Most people get drunk, you hide their car keys. Me, you gotta hide my computer. Because I'll get on social media and turn into an under-the-influencer. I will. Next morning, I'm scrolling through posts like Steve Urkel going, did I post that? No, my family were so embarrassed by my social media posts, they put a breathalyzer lock on my computer. You know how embarrassing it is knocking on your neighbor's door in the middle of the night asking them if they wouldn't mind blowing on something for you? Kind of gives new meaning to that phrase, love thy neighbor, doesn't it? No, this is a nice crowd. Here, help me out with something, Bethany. What is the big deal with all these gender reveal parties? I don't get them, you know? I mean, they had gender reveal back in my day. So back then, it usually involved a pervert and an overcoat. They didn't throw them any party either. You throw them right in jail. Now, the thing that really gets me with these parties is when they film the parents' expression at the time of the reveal, right? And it's not the gender that they were hoping for. There's a nice thing to pass down to the kid. Years later, they're watching it going great. Film footage of the first time I disappointed mom and dad. All that money they spent on the party could have gone for the kids' therapy sessions. I don't know. Now, the funniest thing, I saw this one YouTube video, is this sister, and she's supposed to pop the gender reveal balloon with a dart, right? Instead of it, she was so jealous of it, she turns the other way, throws it, and hits somebody at the party. Mother freaks out, reaches out to grab her. As she does it, the balloon floats away. The sister's watching that thing going, yay, I'm an only child again. Now, this is an older crowd. I like this because I always got to put these younger folks in. But no, I'm a Gen X. Any other Gen Xers in the crowd tonight? Round of applause. Yeah. All right. Now, for you young folks, we're latchkey kids. We're tough folks. I mean, we are, man. And I'm like, my parents never put up baby gates. Their philosophy was, let him tumble down the stairs and break his neck. He'll learn. Today, kids ride around in car seats designed by NASCAR. When I was growing up, I'm lucky if my parents buckled my seatbelt. I was crawling around on their front seat, they'd slam on the brakes. I'd face plant right to the dashboard's ashtray. End up unconscious on the floorboard with a Marlboro sticking out of my nose. I'd say the closest thing I came to a Chuck E. Cheese experience was a half-cooked pizza bagel and a set of lawn darts. That's as close as I came. I think that's why my generation had such large families, you know? Like if one of us died from child neglect, they still had like 5 or 6 others they could choose from. It's true. I was coming down, I was like I said, coming up from Virginia. I passed a Dollar General. I had to stop it. I'm embarrassed to say it. I think Dollar General's the only place Walmart customers can make fun of. I mean, oh my God. How do you trust 10 cans of soup for $1 when you can't even read the handwritten sell-by date on the bottom of the damn can? Oh my God. I think their motto should be Dollar General. Where else can you pick up E. coli and botulism all in the same shopping trip? Oh my God, there's a reason they put toilet paper and adult diapers right in with the food section. And if you can't trust their food, well, how are you going to trust their family planning, you know? I don't know, when they open up the box of condoms and the condoms are already broken, I mean, it was made in Taiwan, it was made by Juan. Thank you very much. Thank you, free trade agreement. No, I think the funniest thing at Dollar General, I love these things, the knockoff products. They kill me each time. They have a knockoff Dr. Seuss book, right? It's called Green Eggs and Expired Ham. Or maybe that was a store advertisement. I can't remember which. But as one of the other comments were saying, they were talking about football. I kind of miss football now. I think the reason people like football so much is that it reminds us of sex, doesn't it? Think about it. Both football and sex, the object is to score as many times as possible. And when you can't be there for the live action play, you can always stream it on a handheld device. And just like football, I think in sex, when you break the rules, they ought to have a referee in there making penalty calls. Wouldn't that be great? You know, you catch your significant other cheating on you, they get a call like personal foul, ineligible receiver downfield, release to free agency. Guys, you get a little too excited during foreplay, you'd get a penalty call like, we have a false start. Male completed before start of play. Loss of female. Ladies, guys try and quarterback sneak one down in the rear end zone, if you know what I'm talking about. Personal foul, unnecessary roughness in the backfield. Wow, talk about unsportsmanlike conduct. That is... it could get a little gray area, though. Like, you know, when does choking constitute a horse collar tackle? That's... I don't know. You know who could use the referee that night? John Wayne Bobbitt. Imagine that call, huh? Personal foul, clipping. And we got some, like I said, the older generation. I think you'll appreciate this. There are a lot of nowadays, parents are banning books in classrooms because of questionable content. Where the hell were these parents when we were stuck in driver's ed watching those movies like Red Asphalt and Blood on the Highways, huh? Yeah, those are the things that should have been banned from the classroom. Oh my God, I still have nightmares of the guy that went through the windshield because he wasn't wearing his seatbelt. Y'all remember that one? Oh my God, teacher looked at our class and says, what did you just learn about that scene? I raised my hand and I'm like, don't call shotgun when that guy's friend's driving, that's for sure. That's why I rode in the back seat. You know, worst case scenario, my face hits the headrest, I break the nose. I can recover from that. Brains all over the hood, not so much. Not so much. Oh man, it's scary with advertisers now. Did you all know this? That the advertisers can now harvest your browsing data and use it to specifically target you with ads. Oh yeah, I got an email the other day that says, we'll hook you up with sexy seniors in your area. I spammed them back. I typed back, I said, shouldn't you at least wait till they graduated high school first? That 17 to 18-year-old range is a little tricky to navigate, you know? I don't know. Technology is okay, though. It's nowadays when kids go missing, what do? They send out an Amber Alert, and that's really nice. It's really quick like that. All right, what do we have to do, you know? Well, lucky for us, maybe our face would get put on a milk carton, you know? And they stopped doing that once they found out child predators were cutting them out and using them as trading cards, so... Anyway, thank you so much. Thank you for Zoka for hosting this, for Good Karma Comedy Festival, and you all for coming out and doing this, because without you guys, we couldn't do what we do. Thank you so much.
All right, everybody, one more time for Tony Maranto, or as